Hey everybody, welcome to the finale of Minecraft. We've decided 10 episodes is more than I can handle.
And also, anything I need to do, I can't do because nobody wants to watch it, so...
Okay, we talked about the wheel. Hey Biggs, when are you going to finish the fucking wheel so we can actually make this video? We're literally waiting for you.
Waiting for me?
Yeah.
We were waiting for the marker to dry, which it still hasn't a week later.
But the marker's not going to dry, Biggs, and you are the wheel developer, designer, mechanic, so you need to figure this shit out ASAP. That zebra spider, or what, a tarantula, is not going to last long. I want a high-quality, fresh zebra tarantula when I eat it. I don't want that shit
when you eat it.
Sitting in my pantry for months.
It's not sitting in your pantry. It's literally on the counter.
Biggs, listen. The anniversary of the Susaning is coming up on December 11th. I'm committing suicide on that day. If we want this video done, you have to finish the fucking wheel very, very soon. And you're sitting here playing fucking Minecraft? What are you doing? Here, you go fix the wheel. I'm gonna play Minecraft. Okay, he's getting up, walking away. Okay. And, all right, everybody. Here's what you've been waiting for. Finally, some real Minecraft gameplay. So... Biggs did not know how to play the game. I'm going to go fight the Endhor Dragon. But first I'm going to kill these pigs. Because you know what? The police, we live in a police state. The police are pretty much pigs. This is, if I was a black man, this is what I would want to do to the police. I would chase them with a sword and say, fuck you, pig. Fuck you, pig, go eat a donut. Am I right, folks?
Man, I'm fixing the wheel.
Okay. Okay, and Biggs is playing with power tools. I'm gonna kill killing a llama over here. Okay, I killed an alpaca. Can I ride on this bad boy? Hey Biggs, how do you ride an alpaca?
Alpaca lunch.
What? Okay, can I jump on him? Is it? Fuck! Why can't I ride this alpaca?
No, you can't ride it.
Why not? It's a riding animal. You know what, Biggs? You ride it. Here you go. So did you fix the wheel yet or not?
Yeah, it's fixed.
People are dying for this video, Biggs.
We're gonna die in the video.
Dying for
I don't even know where you walked, so we're probably lost now.
Good. Just look for the floating block to find your house. But not that it matters, it's the fucking finale. Just walk around doing nothing. Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit.
I need to find the house.
Okay, so Biggs is gonna spend the next 8 months procrastinating, fixing the wheel. We're not doing any more ideas. People do not like the idea segment. We could talk about the Survivor controversy.
Oh yeah,
we've got 12 minutes to do that.
A couple weeks late, yeah.
So, I just did a whole thing about cancel culture on Big Brother. Here's this similar story on Survivor. You guys ever hear of the Me Too movement? Biggs, you familiar with this?
No.
You ever hear of the Me Too movement?
No, what is it?
So it's the idea that every woman ever born gets raped and that we should believe them when they talk about it. It's serious business.
Like that video that the Amazing Atheist did a video on where that girl's like, every day I get raped.
I don't know. I haven't watched TJ's videos since I was in middle school.
You showed me that video in middle school, I think.
Well, there you go. Makes sense. Basically, on Survivor, there's this Chad named Dan. He's like a 50-year-old fat guy who looks exactly like Harvey Weinstein, and it's hilarious.
And he's also a producer.
Yeah, he's a Hollywood producer who looks like Weinstein, and he's fat. And his thing is, on Survivor, when they sleep together, it gets very cold at night, so everybody cuddles together for warmth in the shelter.
Why would you do that when it's cold?
Yeah, well, the thing is, everybody does it, including like the hot guys and the hot girls. But when Dan does it, all the girls on the island evidently are feeling very uncomfortable when Dan specifically touches them. Now you might think, well, it's perfectly reasonable, right? In the episode where they decide to hashtag cancel Dan, the most telling thing, and I'm glad that the editors left this in the episode, is that the girls are talking about how uncomfortable they feel when Dan touches them. But then they say, it's okay when Tommy does it, but it's different with Dan. Tommy is a super sexy 29-year-old guy. Dan is a fat, ugly 50-year-old guy. And these girls, in very plain English, just said, it's okay when the hot guy touches me, but not when the ugly guy touches me. Now, of course, your body, your choice. I get it. Whatever. You can be a hypocrite. You can look like a huge cunt on TV. That's fine. You still have your right to not like Dan touching you. But at the end of the day, you're living on the Survivor Island. You're cuddling together for warmth at night. And so what? This guy does what all the other guys are doing, and it's only a problem because he's unattractive. Biggs, do you concur, or am I way off base with this one?
Yeah, I think it's pretty scummy. Well, even later on, they're like coaxing other players into getting in on this thing to get them off the island.
So here's why, and whether or not you agree with my stance on them just being prejudiced against Dan for being ugly, whatever. I'm okay with being wrong about that. That's just one man's opinion. I feel bad for Dan that he's not allowed to do what everybody else is doing because of the way he looks. Whatever. But this one Survivor episode is the ultimate microcosm of the Me Too movement. Because you've got the Asian chick whose name I forget. What was her name? Fucking Helen or some shit?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay, her name's not Helen, but
it was Kelly.
Kelly is the one girl on the island who is genuinely upset with Dan touching her. And to be fair, she has told Dan several times over the course of 20 days, hey, please stop touching me, and he keeps doing it. I can see how that is absurd and would upset anybody, and I actually feel really bad for Kelly in this scenario. I do. So that's how the Me Too movement starts. You have one genuine, real victim who is being harassed, perhaps in a sexual or physical way, and she is upset about it and wants it to stop. That's pretty standard for how the Me Too movement began, right? But then you have other women who realize if they also claim the same, I'm being harassed, they can benefit from it by throwing the man under the bus. And you think, oh, how can you, that's conjecture. How can you say that? This is literally what happens on the show. Two of the women in their confessionals say, I have no problem with Dan touching me. Everybody is doing it equally. Kelly is the only one who has a problem with it. But on a strategy level in the game, if we pretend that we are also upset about this, we can advance further in the game. Which is also something that happens in real fucking life. Women realize they have this newfound, incredible, omnipotent power. You can just say anything you want about a man and you will benefit from it immediately. And you could tell me that's not true. It literally is happening on Survivor right fucking now. It's literally happening. So, long story short, Kelly decides it's time to gather the troops and get Dan out because Dan, is what?
I found the house.
Okay, Dan is making her uncomfortable. The other girls who are in the smaller alliance realize if they just team up with Dan while at the same time telling everybody else, hey, Dan made me uncomfortable, vote for him, they can use it to their advantage to advance in the game and vote out the people from the main alliance. And that is literally what fucking happened. Women lying about being upset using this Me Too rhetoric are wildly successful, and Kelly, the Asian girl who was genuinely upset about it, here's what I like to call the what's another term for like cockiness or
nothing really jumps to my mind. I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, you're not really big on English as a Mexican, I'm sure, but
yeah,
I guess the supreme cockiness of the Me Too movement was in full swing because Kelly had 2 hidden immunity idols, something that is basically unheard of in Survivor. Only one person in Survivor history has been voted out with 2 hidden immunity idols in their pocket because they were also extremely cocky. But Kelly, her name's Kelly. Is her name still Kelly or did I fuck it up?
I'm pretty sure it's Kelly.
Okay. Kelly, in her supreme cockiness, is so convinced that the Me Too movement will work in her favor and that Dan will go home that she doesn't use either one of her hidden immunity idols. And that night, Dan didn't go home. Kelly went home with 2 idols in her pocket. The arrogance, that's the word I was looking for, Biggs. The arrogance of the feminist Me Too movement made this girl go home with 2 fucking hidden immunity idols because she was so sure people would do whatever she said based on her feelings rather than the logic of what is best for them in the game. Once again, somebody falls victim to the feels not reals mindset. And it cost this bitch $1 million. I almost vomited in my mouth because I was so disgusted with what she did.
Oh, man.
Now,
are you going to get into the next episode?
Well,
or no, it was the same one, wasn't it?
Here's the thing, real quick. I don't need to defend Dan. He's probably a millionaire in his own right. As of this recording, he's not been voted off as Survivor yet. He's probably going to make it to the final 3. But Dan gave them, when he was confronted about this at Tribal Council, I could tell on his fucking face and from his attitude and the way he was talking that he literally did not have any concept that he was making these people feel so uncomfortable. Or I guess just Kelly in this case, because the other girls were just pretending to be uncomfortable and straight up told him that to his face. We were just pretending to be uncomfortable to advance in the game. So in his mind, he's just like Tommy. He's just like Dean. He's just another man on Survivor, and they're all touching everybody equally because that's what you fucking do when you're freezing to death in a rainstorm, is you fucking cuddle together for warmth. Dan has no idea that Kelly is like having panic attacks and losing her mind when he touches her. Sure, she's told him to stop and he didn't take the hint, but he doesn't realize that like she considers this hardcore sexual harassment. And when confronted about this at Tribal Council, he gives the most heartfelt, real apology. Like he now realizes, oh my God, I'm a monster. I did not realize I was having this effect on you. I'm going to stop immediately. And he has stopped since then. So personally, I can't help but feel sorry for a man who didn't realize how he was making somebody feel and now realizes, oh man, I've been acting really inappropriately by accident and I'm going to change my behavior. Are people not allowed to learn from their mistakes and apologize and grow and move on as people? Are we really living in that kind of society where once you make one fuck up, you're just canceled for life? No second chances? Fuck you? Is that really what I'm supposed to take away from this?
Sounds fair, yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. And of course, when liberal people are confronted with the reality that the things they hold dear are not always black and white, when they realize there are some gray areas to things like the Me Too movement, and that women are capable and not only capable but able to take advantage of these kinds of movements and lie about them for their own personal gain, which is literally what happened on Survivor. When liberal people are confronted with this, they always, on the podcast about Survivor and all this shit that I listen to, they say, this is really complicated. This is a really complex issue. It's too complicated to even talk about. Really?
Yeah.
You're a 40-year-old man coming to the realization that life is not completely black and white. The fact that every aspect of the world around you has nuance to it is that much of a broad concept that you never even considered the possibility. Really?
Getting double teamed by enemy right now.
Well, you're probably going to die just in time for the end of the show. So here's my new Patheticless entry. A bunch of people in the Survivor community, after seeing that episode where women took advantage of the Me Too movement for their own personal gain, they are now quitting their jobs as Survivor podcasters. I saw a guy say, I've been a loyal fan and podcaster Survivor for 39 seasons now, but this last episode, after the producers did not interfere and kick Dan off the show immediately, I'm done. I'm never watching
But-
Survivor again.
But they did interfere, though. Like, they literally said, if you, or something along the lines of, like, if you actually feel uncomfortable, we'll do something about it.
Right.
And she said
Kelly
no.
didn't want Dan to be removed from the game. But the fact that the Me Too movement on Survivor was exposed as, oh, women can take advantage of this, and they literally did. The fact that the producers did not interfere to the point where they just outright kicked Dan out of the game so that this thing wouldn't be exposed as the truth, harsh reality. They're so angry at Big Brother or at Survivor production that they will no longer watch or podcast about this show. I would like to put those people on the pathetic list right up near the top. Fucking kill yourself. For real. End your life. Do you concur, Biggs?
Yeah, I'd say it's fair.
Okay.
It's pretty scumbag.
Yeah, so as Biggs was implying, in the very next episode, the fat, unattractive woman on the island gave Jeff Probst, the host, she gave him a kiss on the cheek without asking permission. And guess what? Nobody said anything or gave a shit.
Well, no, I was going to talk about the race baiting, like the,
well,
you're
whatever.
racist and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's a same thing, basically.
Well, yeah, they're all...
It's just a load of shit.
Everybody on this season who has tried to go out of their way to be like the most liberal of the liberals
Gets voted
immediately gets voted out for it. So I think justice is being served by who's getting voted out.
Yeah, I just thought it was really funny when she's like, Jeff, I love you, but 2 black people got immunity and you didn't say anything about it. And he's like, are we supposed to be surprised by that? Are
Yeah,
they're
he's
not
like,
usually able to do that?
Yeah, Jeff's like, see, it didn't even occur to me that I would say anything about it at all. And he's right. If he would have pointed out, wow, can you believe it? 2 black people won immunity this week. I'm pretty sure people would have found that to be more racist than him not saying anything. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do?
There's no winning.
There's no pleasing these people, no matter what you do. Production interferes and tells Kelly, if you're uncomfortable, we will remove Dan from the game right now.
How fitting.
And people are saying, no, you gave this grown woman a choice? Fuck that. You should have made the choice for her and kicked this man out of the game when he didn't even know he was doing anything fucking wrong.
Right?
So there you go. There you fucking go. I hope that Dan wins this season. He's not going to. And here's the finale. Biggs died. Great.
How fitting for the end. I find diamonds, and then I die.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.